received our Kano-Yak frame kit in the mail. Now that we've opened the box, these are all the parts that come in the Kano-Yak frame kit. This here is a two-man kit. In the one-man kit, there would only be one rib, but all the other parts are the same with the exceptions of different numbers. Okay, what we have here is we have a front and a rear aluminum part. We have numbers in sequence that will be put on the frame, which will dictate the shape of the frame. And each part has a number. In the instructions, it tells you exactly where that goes. You get all of the screws. You get screws that will screw the skin on to the frame, and screws that will put the frame together. So with it here you have everything you need minus the material list that you will be buying from your local lumber box store. Let's take a look at what this looks like when all of these pieces are put together and it's a frame. These are all the tools that you need to build this boat from start to float. Most of these tools, or all of these tools, most people have in their garage right now. You got a 25-foot tape measure. You got a framer that will give you the square and draw the lines that you need. You want to make your mark. This is a felt. It's fairly thick, and you want to make your marks so that they're legible. So you want something that's dark. You need a hand drill, and with it you'll be using a bit that will countersink and drill at the same time. This would be used for the frame. A caulking gun, a saber saw, which is going to cut off any excess plywood that you need. Clamps come in handy, especially if you're building the boat yourself. If you have somebody with you, a son or a friend that is helping you, then you probably don't need the clamps. They'll hold it for you. The router should have a bit on it that cuts it square, which will take it flush all the way around the boat. Sander, and just an inexpensive miter box. And that's really all you need to assemble the frame and to build this boat. It's important that you bring the material list with you to your lumberyard. For the one-man Kano-Yak, you need 4 strips just a little over 9 feet long that are 3/4 by 3/4, and 4 strips that are a little over 3 feet long that are 3/4 by 3/4. And these will be attached with your 90-degree aluminum angle. And with these brackets, you could attach the 9-foot and the 3-foot, which will give you exactly 12 feet. It's very important that it's 12 feet from end to end. You need 4 3/4 by 3/4, 12 feet long. Oftentimes it is better to get a couple inches longer so that you can take the 4 together and get exactly 12 feet. And then you also need 4 3-foot, 3/4 by 3/4. These also you want to get a little bit longer so that you can cut all 4 of them exactly the same. These then will be put together one at a time. In the two-man kit, you'll have 4 braces. These aluminum braces will assemble your 12-foot piece, your 3-foot piece, which will give you exactly 15 feet, and you should have 4 15-foot long pieces like this that are assembled. In addition, you're going to need 2 3/4 by 3/4 4 feet long, and 2 3/4 by 3/4 6 feet long for the one man, 3/4 by 3/4 7 feet long for the two man. One thing to be aware of, When you go to your local box lumber store, 3/4 by 3/4 oftentimes is available, but quite often you can't find 3/4 by 3/4. And then you have only 11/16 by 11/16. 3/4 is the best. 11/16 will suffice. You can substitute the 11/16 by 11/16 for the 3/4 by 3/4. Next, you need 3 sheets of 4x8 plywood, 3 4x8 1/4-inch AC exterior plywood. Now what we're going to do is show you how those 3 pieces of plywood are going to be cut to make it easier for building the boat, along with easier to transport the plywood from the store to your house. 2 of the sheets you'll have cut at the box store that you buy them, 14 inches. You'll cut 2 sheets, one, and cut it into a 14-inch strip. And the third sheet will have 2 cuts, 14 inches, 14 inches, and then what's left. For the 2-man boat, in addition to the 3 pieces of 4x8 sheets of plywood, you will also need 1/2, 1 4x4 sheet of plywood.
For the one-person boat, you'd have your 3rd sheet of plywood cut this way at the lumberyard.
Another thing you'll need to get will be paintable silicone. Make sure it's paintable and clear. 3 tubes. You need a good marine or a good oil-based exterior paint to paint the boat, and a wood sealer to seal the inside only of the boat. Once you get home with all of the materials that you've just bought, one of the first things you want to do is take the plywood. You're going to apply wood sealer to the C side. That would be the bad side that has all the holes in it, and that would be the inside of the boat. So you'll take your wood sealer and paint all of this, but you only do the bad side. You don't want to put anything on the good side. This process has to be done first so that you have plenty of time to dry. Okay, as you remember, we needed 12 feet of 3/4 by 3/4 pine strips. To get that, we need 9 feet, 4 9-foot pieces that will be assembled here by 2 3-foot pieces, which makes 12 feet. Here I have 4 pieces that are 11. I'm going to cut these so that there'll be 4 9-foot pieces, and we will cut 4 3-foot pieces, and then I will assemble them for you. What we have here is our 4 3/4 strips that are over 9 feet. And what I like to do is take them all together and take one end, making sure that you have at least an inch or more longer than 9 feet, and make a line. This is square. So then you'll take your miter box, and you set your miter box and cut on that line. Once you have that, then you know that you have 4 pieces that are square. Now, what we'll do is go to the other end. We'll go okay, now we've got one end square, and we know that all 4 pieces are cut even at that end. So we're going to come down 9 feet, and we're going to mark it exactly 9 feet. Then we take our framer and make sure that we are exactly 9 feet. And this would be the same thing as if it was a 12-foot piece. You would do the same thing on a 12-foot. Now we have 4 pieces that are exactly the same, 9 feet. Now we will assemble the 3-foot pieces to each one of these with our aluminum angle. Take your 4 9-foot pieces and your 4 3-foot pieces, put them together so that you have 4 12-foot pieces. To do that, we're going to use a 90-degree aluminum angle. There's a black mark here, that's the center of it. If you take the 3-foot piece and put it exactly on that black mark, the holes are already in the aluminum. So in the kit, you have a bit that comes with it, and these are the number 6 5/8 that you'll be using in there. You always have to drill a hole first. This helps it stop from splitting. Take the screws. When putting these screws in, you don't want to bring it so tight that you strip it. It's very important that these do not strip. If you rotate this 1 turn, the other hole at the other end is, and you'll put again, being careful not to strip it. You'll take the 9-foot and bring it up as close as you can and do the same thing with the other side. You'll do this with all 4 9-foot and 3-foot pieces. This will give you exactly 12 feet, but you need 4 of these. The next chapter, we'll be building this frame, and it shouldn't take any more than 3 hours to assemble and get to this point.